Have you ever thought that on the land on which you are standing, beneath it, what is there? We always look towards the sky, but humanity's biggest secrets are not above, rather buried below. In old stories, mention of hidden paths is found. Those paths were made to save from destruction, where worship used to happen and where big governments used to hide their deep secrets. Turkey's Derinkuyu, where 20,000 people lived underground. America's old stories, where people went below to save from destruction. And Russia's mountain, inside which is the world's biggest complex. These three places indicate one same truth. Humans have always tried to hide their secrets below ground. After all, what is in this depth? And who is stopping us from going there? Welcome, viewers. The first solid proof of a hidden world below ground was found in Turkey in 1960. In Cappadocia, one person was repairing his house. He knocked down a wall and saw that behind it were not foundation stones, but rather a tunnel. That tunnel kept dividing into increasing paths, descending into the land's depth. What he discovered was the door to a city that had been closed for centuries and forgotten. Today, we know it by the name Derinkuyu. This underground city is approximately 280 feet deep and, according to current information, spreads across 18 levels. Archaeologists believe that at one time, 20,000 people could have lived in it. Here were places for families, livestock, food, drink, and water. Actually, this was equal to one small town, but completely hidden below ground. Its structure and design are quite surprising. Narrow paths open into large communal halls, round stone doors in which some weigh half a ton, ventilation shafts passing through many levels used to deliver fresh air. Some are so deep that they have been inverted like modern high-rise towers. Here were wells from which water was taken. Storage rooms, kitchens, and small chapels, all carved in volcanic stone. Derinkuyu is not a hurriedly dug shelter. This was a completely functioning city, which was meant to maintain life below ground for a long time. It was absolutely built according to engineering principles. But how was it built? That is still a mystery today. Carving a room into volcanic rock is understandable, but excavating millions of cubic feet of stone is not easy. Reinforcing the rooms and creating air shafts that are still functioning today, all with only hand tools. Doing all of this with only hand tools is not an easy task. Archaeologists say that it was excavated around 100 BC, meaning about 2100 years ago. Even then, the precision of the ventilation shafts and the massive amount of removed stone do not match the tools available. Modern engineers have admitted that even today, cutting and maintaining such a structure would be a huge challenge. But why was it built? The common explanation is that it functioned as a refuge. Looking at history, Cappadocia was attacked many times, such as by the Persians, the Byzantines, and the Mongols. The ability to hide underground is a strong defense. From this perspective, Derinkuyu was a massive bunker, a place where thousands of people could be protected from danger above. However, this explanation does not answer the question that if the purpose was only temporary shelter, then why were places of worship and wine cellars built here? That means, whatever the purpose was, it was not just a temporary shelter. Some researchers also say that the religious places carved into the stone point toward spiritual significance. Some believe that Derinkuyu was expanded layer by layer, generation after generation. Derinkuyu remained unknown until the 1960s. It was not that it was destroyed, but its entrance passages were sealed. For centuries, the people living above had no idea that right beneath their homes, an entire city had once thrived. Even now, some parts of it are closed and some routes are blocked. Archaeologists suspect that there may be even deeper levels here, but their map has never been made. Locals say that these tunnels stretch for miles, connecting Derinkuyu to other underground cities in Cappadocia, like modern highways, just underground. If this is true, then whatever has been revealed so far is only a small part of this system. Derinkuyu may be the largest and most famous, but it is not the only one. This is just one door of a very large underground network. A world hidden beneath the ground, spread under central Turkey, still not fully understood today. If the tunnels of Cappadocia kept people safe, then in Mexico, tunnels beneath ancient pyramids were closed in a strange way. Under the ruins of Teotihuacan, once a city of more than 100,000 people, archaeologists have discovered underground passages that had been deliberately hidden for nearly 2,000 years. The most famous discovery happened in 2003, when heavy rains created a sinkhole near the Temple of the Feathered Serpent. Archaeologist Sergio Gomez lowered himself into that pit, finding a passage deliberately sealed with large stones. As soon as he went inside, he realized he had entered a tunnel directly beneath the pyramids. This passage extended about 330 feet, ending at sealed chambers directly under the temple. What Gomez and his team discovered was not just a feat of construction, but a puzzle that still confuses experts today. Inside the tunnel, offerings included jade, shells, and thousands of valuable objects. These included fine pottery as well as strange figurines. But the most shocking discovery was liquid mercury collected in those chambers, shining in the light. Why would any ancient pre-Columbian culture bring mercury into underground tunnels? This substance is rare and extremely poisonous, and mining it requires a lot of effort. For decades, no one believed that mercury was used in the Americas until it was confirmed in these chambers. Some researchers say that this substance was a symbol of a river or lake of the underworld, a mirror-like surface that represents the boundary between life and death. Others consider it part of a cosmic landscape created beneath the ground, a sacred miniature model of the universe where rituals of transformation were performed. The construction of the tunnel deepens this mystery even more. On its walls, carefully ground pyrite and hematite were applied. These were materials that, in the light of lamps, presented a view of a star-filled sky. Reflective minerals-covered orbs, marks were also found, perhaps meant to show stars or music. This was not a hidden refuge. It was an entire underworld, where priest rulers descended into darkness. They relived stories of the cosmos and spoke with the gods. The tunnel had been deliberately sealed in ancient times. Large stones blocked the path for almost 2,000 years. Whoever sealed it wanted to make sure that no one could come again. But building it must have required great effort. Carving a path in volcanic stone was not easy work. Decorating the walls with shiny minerals, bringing mercury from far away, all this was a well-planned task. The pyramids of Teotihuacan were not only monuments rising high toward the sky, but also gateways going into the ground. Above, the Avenue of the Dead stretched for miles. Below, secret tunnels formed rivers, stars, and cosmic worlds, which ordinary people could never see. This duality, the open scene above and the hidden rituals below, is a sign of a culture where secrecy was as necessary as power. In Peru's Andes mountain range, the site of Chavindehuanta shows us something even stranger. Such tunnels were built to change the human mind. Chavindehuanta was a ceremonial center that flourished between 1200 and 500 BC. At first glance, its stone temples look like other ancient sites of the Andes. But beneath the surface, there is a network of galleries and passages unlike anywhere else in this region. These tunnels were neither for housing thousands of people nor for hiding rulers. They were designed to manipulate sound, light, and human perception. Yes, archaeologists who studied this site have described these galleries as echoing chambers and labyrinths. Some passages are so narrow that a person can barely pass. Others suddenly open into large rooms, where when you shout, it feels as if the same voice is coming back toward you. And that too from every direction. In 1992, a group of farmers decided to drain a pond in China's Zhejiang province. For generations, a natural pit was filling with water. People thought it was just a natural phenomenon. But when the water was pumped out and removed, what came into view shook everyone. Beneath the pond lay a very large, hand-carved cave passage. And it was not alone. Over the next few years, 24 more such rooms were found. They are now known as the Longyou Caves. Each room is immense, with high ceilings and wide halls. Hand tool marks cover the walls. Yet there is no record of their construction. No writing, no history whatsoever. It seems an ancient culture created a vast underground complex, then erased all signs of its existence. The scale of the Longyou Caves is truly astonishing. Some rooms are up to 100 feet high, with floors so vast they could fit aircraft hangars. The interior was meticulously crafted. Every surface bears the same kind of chisel marks. In total, approximately 1 million cubic meters of stone had to be removed from these caves. Even with modern tools, this would be a monumental task. With modern technology, it seems almost impossible. Archaeologists estimate these caves were carved at least 2,000 years ago. Yet, there is no mention of them in any historical record. Ancient Chinese culture was meticulous in record-keeping. How could such a massive project vanish from history? Some suggest these were merely stone quarries. But if so, why were the walls finished with decorative chisel marks? And why are the rooms completely empty? No debris, no artifacts. This mystery remains unsolved. The ground beneath humanity has always held the most important secrets. Cities, weapons, and perhaps secrets we are not meant to know. All buried in history, waiting to be unearthed. We hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and share, and thank you for your comments. See you in the next wonderful video.